Hey YouTube, I'm still here and I'm still pregnant and I'm sorry it's been so long. This is going to be a very long update, so I completely understand if you don't want to watch the whole thing. So, well, first, before I start, I just want to say that YouTube is not my top priority. YouTube videos take a lot of time and I have to really sit down and tell myself to make them. I did make one at 27 weeks, but I didn't post it. Um, I haven't been religious with following my updates as much as I wanted to because personally the whole reason I started this is to really look back on my pregnancy, and I've been completely lacking in that department, so that's kind of disappointing, but it happens, and this isn't going to be my last pregnancy if I can have anything to do with it. So yeah, but oh, and not anytime soon, so don't start chit-chatting. I don't want any kids for a while. I'm still young. I want to at least finish college. But anyway, for those of you who don't want to know what was going on, I'm just going to start by giving my 31-week update because I will be 31 weeks tomorrow. And this goes all the way back from whenever I last talked to you. I was like 22 weeks or something. I don't know. It's been a very long time, and I do apologize. But since then, she's been moving around all the time, all of the time. For a while, it was just little movements throughout the day that I'd be like, oh my god, she's moving. But now it's like, please stop. This please stop nonsense started like a few days ago, I want to say, because she started to get a little painful. Um, she's getting stronger to the point where she's beating my ribs and using my bladder as a punching bag. So yeah, it's it was all fun and dandy in the beginning, and I loved it. And don't get me wrong, I still love feeling her move, but it's just I'm like, okay, calm down. I'm just thankful that she's gonna be big enough soon to where she's not moving around as much, because right now she has a little bit of room and she's definitely taking advantage of all of it. But yeah, I'm glad. I'm very glad. Don't get me wrong. Um, she has the hiccups all the time, and I've been feeling them from the beginning, but I didn't really think of them as the hiccups because when my mom described them, she's like, "Oh, my whole stomach was bouncing when you had the hiccups," and I haven't really had that, but I've definitely felt the rhythmic movement, and it definitely is the hiccups, but it's just not what I expected. So I've been kind of blowing that off. But it's funny now when she has them. My husband always wants to feel them. He's like, I'm like, oh, she has hiccups, and he puts his hand on my stomach and he laughs. He thinks it's cute. Um, what else? Sickness is still lingering. I got sick this morning actually. Um, Still there. It's not ruling my life anymore. It hasn't really ruled my life since I was like 20 weeks, I want to say, because that's when it really, really slowed down. It was still pretty bad, but I mean, that's when my my pregnancy changed. I was like, thank God it's not 6 times a day. But now I'm down to once a day, if that. Uh, I can go about 6 or 7 days without throwing up now, which is a miracle. You can't, oh my gosh. I definitely feel nauseous still all the time, especially in the mornings and especially at night. But that's when normal people should feel nauseous when they're pregnant, right? Um, Heartburn is, ugh, it's awful. Um, I am an avid Tum popper. I have my Tums on me at all times. I actually ripped a prescription label off of a prescription bottle and put a few in there so that I could carry around a prescription bottle with Tums in it uh, everywhere. Uh, but it helps so much. I'm so glad that that's okay to take when you're pregnant. Um, what else? If I'm walking for long periods of time, like she gets really low and it hurts. Like I cramp up. I guess on the sides, like I don't know. It hurts though, really bad. And sometimes I'll feel her like she'll be on my cervix or something, and it'll hurt, and I'll just cramp up, and it'll hurt really bad. Uh, Other symptoms, my pregnancy brain is absolutely ridiculous. Oh my gosh, I cannot stress that enough. For example, this is really kind of an embarrassing story, but hey, it happens, right? So, I was at an ice cream store when I was home visiting my family, and they have this new flavor out called Cookie Monster. And my cousin told me about it, and I was like, oh my god, I want to try it because I don't even want to talk about it. I'm gonna want it. It's cookies and cream with cookie dough in it, and they dye it blue for Cookie Monster. So I tasted that, and I was like, oh yeah, I'm definitely getting this. And then I ordered, right? Then I get my sundae back, and I start to like pick through it, and the ice cream's white, and I was like, and I just walked up to my mom, and I was like, Mom, I was like, I wanted Cookie Monster, and I was like, I really don't even know what I just ordered. It was embarrassing. I went up to the lady and I was like, excuse me? And she's like, yes. And I was like, what did I order? Because I really wanted the Cookie Monster. And she's like, oh, I thought you said vanilla. And I was like, I probably did say vanilla. And I was like, and I'm so sorry. And I just started cracking up and my face was bright red. Like it was absolutely embarrassing. But that's how bad it is. Like it's insane. Another example is my husband gave me his cell phone to like text someone, and then I gave it back to him. And or no, I don't know. He gave me his cell phone, and then I thought I gave it back to him or something. I don't know, but whatever. We get out of the car, and he's just like, Megan, do you have my cell phone? I was like, no, I gave it back to you. And he's like, no, remember I just gave it to you to text so and so. And I was like, huh? And then I was like, checked my pocket, and I was like, oh, I have it. And he's like, oh my god. So he's being very patient with me, and I absolutely love him. Uh, so it's been quite an adventure. Oh, and another embarrassing story. I was home, and we were going to New York. It was the 19th, I believe, of December. And this is just one of my sickness stories. We were in a pizza parlor, and I wanted my New Jersey pizza, or New York pizza. It's kind of like the same thing, but New York is definitely better, not gonna lie. But we were taking a train into New York City, and we were in Metro Park, New Jersey area. So it was close enough to New York. So anyway, we were in the pizza place, and let's just say we were all sitting. It was me, my husband, my mom, my best friend, and that's it. And we were sitting in a booth, and then all of a sudden they were all talking, and then all of a sudden I felt my face get super hot, and then I just felt my whole face like flush out, and I started getting really bad heartburn, and I just went quiet, and I was staring at the wall, like trying to control myself. And at this point, I haven't been getting sick. I haven't experienced sickness that much, so I was just like, it's gonna pass. It's gonna pass. So I'm sitting there like, oh, I can get through this. And then my friend looks at me and she goes, I think we're making Megan sick. And I couldn't even talk. I just turned to my husband. I was like, he was sitting right here. And I turned to him and I was like, where's the bathroom? And he's told me where it was. And I just went like that and told him to move with my hand. So he gets up and I'm like, walk casually down the thing so people aren't like staring at me. And I opened a door to like the back area, and then there's another door to the bathroom, and I opened the bathroom door and I just started spewing everywhere. It was so horrible. It got like all over the wall, all over the floor, like everywhere. It was so embarrassing. My first instinct was to cry. So I had tears just filling my eyes, And then I controlled myself and I was like, okay, shit happens. And I pulled myself together. And then my friend, like 5 minutes later, she comes and she's like, "Are you okay?" And she's like handing me ginger ale. And I opened the door and I was like, can you get Travis because he has the stomach to handle this?" She goes, "What do you mean?" And I just opened up the door and she's like, "Oh, okay." And she's like, "I'll go get him." So she ran and like got him. But oh, that was awful. And then him, ballsy as he is, like he didn't care uh, about like how I was feeling really. Like he held me and stuff, and he's like, "Oh, I'm so sorry you got sick and stuff," but he didn't care about my emotional uh, being at the time because he went up to the people working and he's like, my wife's pregnant and she just got sick in your bathroom and it's all over the place and we just wanted to let you know." And he's like, "Oh, you don't have to clean it up." And I was like, "Yes, I do. I do." And when he told them, they went and got the mop and they're like, "Oh, we'll take care of it." And I was like, "Oh my God, this is so embarrassing. Like, please let me clean it up." And they wouldn't let me clean it up. They would not let me clean up my puke. And that was heartbreaking. That was so vicious. Like, I wanted to die. I, I was so embarrassed. I ate my pizza and got the hell out. Like, oh my God. We gave them a big tip. I gave them like $10 because I felt so horrible. But after that, I was fine. Just needed to come out, right? But symptoms. Oh, my boobs at night now. If I don't wear a bra, it's everywhere. Like, my husband doesn't like me wearing bras to bed because he likes to cop a feel, I guess, every once in a while. But lately, it's been like my boobs have been exploding. Like at night, milk. It's just been like it's gross. I wake up and it's like all over me, and I'm like, ugh, I really need to wear a bra. So I've convinced him to let me wear my sleeper bras every once in a while. Um, so yeah, because I don't think he likes it either. Like, I don't understand. So, whatever. But yeah, as far as my pregnancy goes, that's pretty much it. And thank you for those who have stuck around and been patient with me. um, and thank you for all those people that were concerned and like wanted me to post videos. That makes me feel so loved. um, there will be more, I promise. But that's about it for now. And I'm sorry if I'm not as religious as other YouTube users. I want to give a shout out to those people really quick. Like, I don't know how you guys do it. Especially the ones that aren't getting paid. Like, it's kind of it takes a lot of time out of your life to sit down and make a video for complete strangers. It really does. And props to all of you that are like avid upload on Tuesday every week. Yeah, I don't know how you do it. But that's about it. So for this update anyways, if you want to know where I was, what I was doing, what's going on in my life, check out part 2. But this one is just about my pregnancy mostly. And some embarrassing stories. That's always fun, right? Okay, well, I will talk to you guys later. And I hope I'll be seeing you all soon.